It's Friday night
It's me and Al.
in America. America's
biggest
cocktail party.
virtual cocktail party.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so fun. So nice. I have my tequila. Surprise, surprise. Top of the morning to you, Al.
Yep. Here's
Yeah.
mine. Top of the morning to you. God
Okay.
bless America.
God bless America. Well, tonight's going to be fun. Ask me a lot of questions. We have the toothpaste you're going to want to use, and we have the deodorant you're going to want to use, or when we have the shaving gel you're going to want to use. And as the show goes by, over the next hour, I'll explain to you why you want to use these products.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mary Wells.
Mary Wells
Yeah.
of the Supremes.
Well, she didn't say Supreme. All she said was,
Mary, is that you?
that's all
Or
she
is that
said.
Wilson?
She said, hey.
And if you see Wendy Walker, she's there all the time, and you never say hello to Wendy.
You know, I can't read everything.
Wendy
That's
Walker,
what
and let
happens.
me tell you why I always bring up Wendy Walker. She produced the Larry King Show for 25 years, and the Larry King Show is responsible in large part for why I had so many New York Times bestsellers, because Wendy Walker would book me on the show, and I'd get a full hour with Larry King, global. You know what that means? You can't buy that kind of publicity. Global, that means all over the world. And sometimes Larry would ask me a question, taking nothing away from Larry. He's brilliant at what he does, and I love him, and he gave me such opportunity. But sometimes I'd hear him ask me a question, I think, that's Wendy. That's Wendy, because Wendy was in his ear. So we have in television we call IFBs, where you stick the speaker in your ear, and then in the control booth, the producer can ask you questions, but the viewer can't hear it, but you hear it in here. Sometimes when you're doing that, it's so confusing, because you've got a producer in here, and you're listening to here, and you're trying to keep a flow going. Anyway, Wendy was so good to me. And then I was on the show so many times for so many years that we became friends, and we love her boyfriend Randy and her best friend Mary Heckman, and Mary Heckman's boyfriend Al, and the six of us have had some great times together.
By the way,
What?
Joan Mitchell, I don't know if it's Joni Mitchell, I think it's Joan Mitchell. She said, I'm having trouble ordering our balsamic on our site. Won't let me add it to the cart.
Oh.
So I don't know what that means.
And I apologize if you're having trouble hearing me. We ordered a clip-on microphone for me, and anything you can do, Alan, to make sure they can hear me. I don't mean to frustrate you at all. And the other thing I want to answer is some of you get frustrated with not answering your questions, but I'm doing this, and the questions are going by like that. We go through after, and we go in and answer most everything. So I don't actually see them when you're asking, unless Caroline or Alan points it out to me, so-and-so wants to know this or that. So I just want you to know, I don't want anybody to be mad.
No, how could anyone be mad at you?
You've been mad.
Yeah?
We're out of balsamic, so you're just trying to order a flavor that we don't have in stock right now. They are on reorder.
Oh,
So
okay.
that may be the only reason. And you should probably repeat that, because sometimes people have a hard time hearing me.
Okay. So relative to the balsamic that you couldn't put on your site, we're probably out of that for now, but it's coming in shortly.
One of the things I love to do with the balsamic, and Caroline taught me this, and is taking in a small little saucepan, pouring in, I don't know, not even a quarter of a cup, that's a lot, but depending on how much you want to use of balsamic, let's say a quarter of a cup, and just heat it until it just starts getting a little thick. It's already thick, but it gets it a little thicker. It makes it like this great sauce. If you make a hamburger, or if you fry a lamb chop, or like last night we had an incredible ribeye steak, and you pour over some of this thickened balsamic glaze. It doesn't really matter what kind you use. I love vanilla fig, but I've also used the pomegranate. I've used the regular, the full strength balsamic.
Apparently our Dopa Renew is also out of stock.
I'm so sorry. Dopa Renew, when it comes in, pay attention to Dopa Renew. You know when you crave stuff that you shouldn't have? Dopa Renew will help you a lot with that. You know, the stuff we're craving is because we've got little bad guys in our gut that are going, give me some of that sugar.
Yeah,
Give me that carton of ice cream.
yeah.
Give me a cookie. Give me a piece of cake. And whenever I give in and do have sugar, which is rare, like last night I had a dairy-free ice cream bar made with coconut milk and all the best things, but I know it's got sugar in there. And I had to have it. And I was trying to figure out, like, why did I have to have it? And then you do it, because you do it. And I ate it, and I enjoyed it. But then all the way back to the bedroom last night, I was going, why did I do that? Because I had to have it.
By the way,
What?
are you going to get your cleaning products back? They're out of stock since January.
It's because you all like our stuff so much. You're eating it all up. We're just now in the process. We have so many new customers that we are expanding everything that we make. But because we're a small company, because we make in small batches, I really think our skincare is kind of like homemade because we run out. I'm not trying to sell by fear, but if you really like something that we make, for the time being, order it because we run out because you're so enthusiastic about it and I so appreciate it. But I feel so good about it because you're getting it. You're getting that there are 3 pathways to taking toxins in the body. And you know, the problem with toxins is that they started coming into your body long ago. Long ago. Like vaccines you had when you were a baby could still be a factor in your life. I'm not talking about vaccines. I'm not going into vaccines. That sort of slipped out of me. But it's just, I think we're realizing with this whole pandemic that we lost touch and lost control. There's a lot good about what's going on right now, teaching us how important this lifestyle is that we've had and how we've enjoyed the freedom of this lifestyle, but that we're paying a price right now. And what I do like, you've got to find something good about everything. I do like that my friends are eating dinner with the family again. That's so important. That family dinner is where we learn to socialize as kids, where we learn manners. I used to have one of my press agent assistants, I won't say his name in case he's still alive, but he used to pick from plates and chew like that. You know who I'm talking about, right, Alan?
I do.
And I remember even at that time I thought, didn't your mother teach you to close your mouth when you're chewing, and how important good manners are? I wrote my granddaughter a letter yesterday thanking her for the handwritten thank you note she sent me for the birthday gifts that I sent her. For her birthday, I sent her gardenias and a cashmere off-the-shoulder sweater and little cashmere shorts. That's kind of a nice gift. But what I loved is that she wrote me a handwritten note with an envelope, and it came in the mail. And I wrote to her parents who are listening right now. That's called good parenting. And, you know, maybe we've gotten away from teaching our kids those things that they learn at our knee in the kitchen or learn by emulating. You want with your parents when you're a kid to so admire who and what they are that you want to emulate that. And so now that I see that Bruce and Caroline are having a cocktail most nights, I say, see, you're emulating your parents, you see how happy we are. And I'm joking kind of, but not joking. I think that it's not the cocktails, it's that we get together at 5 o'clock, most nights, you and I, Al, and we sit here, or weather depending, might be inside, But when you live in the desert, most everything you do is outside. And we talk, and we discuss our business, our day's events, our family, who's going through what, who's happy, who's not so happy right now. It's really an important time for Alan and I every day to get together like this. So if we have it with a cocktail, great. If not, great. So when I saw Bruce and Caroline having a cocktail, I went, hopefully they're looking at us and going, we like what they have and we want to emulate in our own life that same kind of togetherness. And Caroline's probably listening going, no, that's not it at all.
Right. By the way, Joan Mitchell, I asked if she was Joni Mitchell.
I mean,
Wait.
you could have been happy hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't drink this much before we, were home so much. A lot of times we would be out doing yoga together, so,
And
we're
then
home.
there's that. Anything you can do together as a couple, yoga, jumping rope, whatever you want to do, it's just getting together like that. What were you saying about Joni Mitchell?
Well, she wrote back and said, yes, I'm Joni Mitchell from Alaska.
So not Joni Mitchell, who I saw singing.
I guess
those
not.
songs
I don't know. Maybe,
At USF.
she could sing Joni Mitchell's biggest hit album. I think it was called Blue, that she did in the early 70s, and send it to us. Wouldn't that be nice? Remember you got a call one night when you were on HSN from someone who sounded like a cowboy, and he wanted to buy a pair of pajamas for his wife, and you asked him what his name was, and he said it was Alan Jackson, and we had just finished listening to Alan Jackson's album,
Yeah.
and you had him, just to make sure that he was the right Alan Jackson, you had him sing one of the cuts from his album before you'd sell him a pair of
And it
pajamas.
was Alan Jackson.
It was Alan
That
Jackson,
guy.
yeah.
But I know it was, the song was something about, buy me a Mercury.
Right.
Whatever that was.
Right.
I love country songs.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love, what's that, they say, if you play a country song backwards, you get
Right.
the house back, you get the wife back, you get the girlfriend back. Because every country song is about, I lost my wife, I lost my car, I lost, right?
You're just doing Bill Clinton's voice.
I just did Bill Clinton.
Yeah,
I know, you know what I said to Bill Clinton one day?
no.
We're at that party.
Well, maybe I do
Here's
know.
an insider's story. We're at this party in Martha's Vineyard. I was in Martha's Vineyard. And it was Bill Clinton's birthday party for 40 people.
Oh, right.
And we were invited because we were staying with the people who were invited, so you got to bring the people's guests. And I had a book that was coming out at that
By the
time.
way, what was I found really interesting?
What?
There were probably as many Republicans at that party as Democrats.
And that's before it mattered.
That's true.
It didn't matter. I never knew who was who and who
Yeah.
was what, and I didn't
Yeah.
care, and that's the way
Yeah.
I feel now. Be and believe whatever you want. I don't care. Just
You remember
allow me to be
after,
and believe whatever I
right,
want.
remember after 9/11, we were all Americans.
Oh, didn't you love after 9/11?
There was no
that
Republican
horrible
and,
thing?
we were all
And everybody had
Americans.
flags on their
Yeah,
cars and
right.
were beeping at one another.
Yeah, I'd like to bring
At
that
our new
back.
house, one of the things I really want, and I wanted to talk to the contractor today, where can I put a flagpole so I can put up the American flag? I'm on a hill over there. I'm looking at our new house over there. We won't be in there until maybe November or December, but I want that flag, because we're on the hill and there is a little bit of wind up there. I want to see that flag blowing. That would really thrill me.
Well, you'll get your wish.
And we have a flag. We bought a flag
Yep.
last summer, and
Yep.
then we never put it up. So this will be really fun, although I don't know if it's big enough. That used car place down the road here that has that big flag.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's
Is that
incredible.
too big for a single-family home?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it?
Yeah.
Gosh, it's so
Not with the
beautiful.
wind, because you've got such good wind up there.
Good wind, and
Yeah.
wouldn't it be beautiful to look out your window and see that flag flying?
So pretty. Hey, don't forget to tell us what Bill Clinton said.
Oh, so, you want to know too. So, it's 40 people. A lot of things happened this night. A lot. One was Hillary came up to me and said, I've been watching you on, you got to tell me about these hormones. I went, okay. She said, I'm going to gather together a few girls. I said, here, now. You know who she gathered together? I'll get to Bill Clinton. Caroline Kennedy, Liz Smith, who's that big columnist in New York. Another girl who's was on ABC, and she's the lover of somebody famous, and she's a lesbian. Not telling you names. Anyway.
What does the fact that she's a lesbian have to do with the story?
Because I didn't know that until that night.
No.
I just thought, I didn't know that. Anyway, so I had a big book coming out. I think it was Breakthrough. Breakthrough was I sold over 1 million copies of Breakthrough, and I knew it was going to be a big book. And it was coming out in a couple of weeks, and all of a sudden my publisher said, this book is going straight to #1. I was like, yippee! Do you know how out of the tens of hundreds of thousands of books published, to have your publisher go, this is going to #1? And I kind of knew it, because Breakthrough was such a breakthrough kind of book. And then Bill Clinton was coming out with a book. And so, okay, I wasn't drinking tequila yet, but I had a couple of glasses of wine. And I'm standing, I don't know, was there a receiving line or something? I don't know.
No, we're leaving. And we walked out with Bill.
No, this is before that.
Oh.
It's actually before that. So I'm standing there, and all of a sudden, I'm face to face with Bill Clinton. And that thing that everybody talks about that he does it. And, yeah, no, he burns his eyes into you. And as he was burning his eyes into me, I went, oh, this is what they're talking about. Oh, wow. And out of my mouth comes, well, goddamn you, to the President of the United States. And he goes, what? And I said, my book is coming out next week, and all of a sudden there's your book, and you're in my way. And he says, I would never do anything to ever be in your way. And I thought, oh, that's it. That's that thing he does. That he burrows into your eyes. And so my book was #2, and his was #1. So he did win on that one. Anyway, as we're walking out, leaving that night, that's kind of an interesting story, by the way. We're walking out, leaving that night, and we walk out with Bill and Hillary. And they like each other, by the way. I saw that when we walked out. They are really good friends. I see that. And we laughed all the way out, and I think she tripped a little, or did I trip a little? It was a drinking party. And I just thought that whole evening was very interesting. People like Walter Cronkite were there, and, well, I already mentioned Caroline Kennedy was there. Man, I'll tell you, Suzanne Mahoney, I hid in the closet. I'm Ducky Mahoney's daughter. I grew up with nothing. That's why I want an American flag on our property. God bless America. It doesn't matter where you come from. You don't have to come from money. All you need is a good idea and the desire to do a lot of work. And if you are lucky, and it requires luck. Luck is a factor in it. You can make your dreams come true. Is that why? Where are you going, Al?
I'm just going to get something.
Were you bored with my story? I thought it was kind of an interesting story.
Well, I know the story.
Oh, you know? He knows the
Well, in
story
the
thing.
meantime,
Yeah.
is Alan there to show the sign?
No, but I'll show you this.
Well, I just want to tell everyone that everything is 25% off today. And the promo
25%.
code is HAPPY25. You can repeat that, Suzanne, because they can't hear me.
The Happy 25 is the what?
Promo code.
Oh, the code is Happy 25. Because I'm happy and I'm 25. And I'm lying. But Happy 25 anyway. Oh, okay. Oh. Forever a salesman. He just went down to the kitchen to grab this. Honestly, I can't remember having this kind of reaction to a book in a long time. I've put up so many great books that people start expecting it, but this one is touching a chord in people, because everybody wants a new way to age. They want to know, what is it? What is a new way to age? So anyway, that's my Bill Clinton story. It doesn't go any further than
No,
that.
you know what? I think because you told the Bill Clinton story,
Yeah.
there are people who are saying, I didn't think this show was going to be political.
But
It's not.
political.
It's not political at
I
all.
didn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. Have you noticed I am not political? I will never say anything political. I've always felt about politics the way I feel about religion. It's private. And I do not, I first of all don't believe that celebrities should take on politics. It's not what we do. We're here to entertain you.
I don't
So-
think anyone cares what celebrities say about politics. I
Let
really.
me entertain
Yeah,
you.
exactly. I don't think they care.
Let me make
And they get
you
so
smile.
passionate, so I appreciate people's passion, whatever direction they're
Whatever,
going in.
Whatever.
But I don't think.
No, this is just me at a party that
Yeah.
I really wasn't really invited to. It's just that our hosts were invited, and they, the call they had to make. We got a couple of friends staying with us. Do you mind if we bring them? That's how it happened. So, but it was
Well, it's an
interesting.
interesting story.
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, not many
And
people.
how about that toothpaste?
And how about that toothpaste? It's called Summer Smile. Summer Smile. It has, I'll tell you what it doesn't have. It doesn't have fluoride in it. It doesn't have sulfates. It's flavored with real peppermint, which does freshen up your mouth, and it's completely gluten-free. And it really it's got stabilized oxygen, which really makes your teeth go white and bright.
And it feels great.
And it feels great. We use it only, not because we get it free, because it's the best. When I go through the supermarket and I look at toothpaste, there's something I've noticed on toothpaste that has fluoride in it, that says if you swallow more than a pea's worth, go to, where is it, Caroline, to emergency?
No, it's for conventional toothpaste. There's generally a warning on it that says if you swallow more than a pea-sized amount of toothpaste, call poison control.
Called poison control if you swallow more than a pea size. What? And we were told how safe this was. But anyway, mine, we don't have to put that on that because there's no fluoride in it. I'm really proud of this. I'm proud. I really am proud of the products that we're bringing you. I really am. It means a lot to me, and it means a lot to me that you believe in me and us as a company, that we take such pride in putting out products that are good for you, that will enhance your health. And these are products that you have to use every day. Now imagine if every day.
Hang on 1 second. Deborah Cunningham just said your toothpaste is amazing and makes your mouth feel wonderful.
That's true.
Thank you, Deborah.
Actually, I use it for mouthwash.
You do?
I take a little bit in my mouth and a mouthful of water and I swish it around,
You do.
and I
So
have
you're doing that.
kissing breath in the morning.
You do.
Because of the peppermint oil.
Yeah.
And also, Shira Conrad Carey said, I got the toothpaste in last month's box. She's talking about the Suzanne Select box, and she loved it. So, you can see, that's why we give you such a good price on that box, because I bet Shira is now buying toothpaste and switching over. That's the point.
Our box has a couple of objectives. One is, there are things that maybe you wouldn't have ever ordered. And so if we put some of those things in the box, that's an opportunity for you at such a reduced price to try something that we think is so worthwhile. You might be able to talk yourself out of toothpaste. I can get it at the supermarket. But here's something that we use every day, at least twice a day. We all brush our teeth in the morning, and we all brush our teeth at night, and sometimes we brush our teeth in between. Think of the cumulative effect of the bad crap that's in most toothpaste. And think of the cumulative effect of something you gotta use every day, twice a day, that has no bad crap in it. Aren't I a great salesman? No bad crap! No bad crap! But anyway, that's how I sell. I don't want bad crap in you or me or my family. When the babies were babies, Well, I don't think they were old enough yet. I don't think we had the toothpaste yet. But okay, and then another thing. I always used, and I heard it was bad for you, but I thought, no, I don't want to smell. I used a well-known deodorant that had aluminum chlorhydrate, and we had a friend, Sasha Berlin, who wrote all the jingles at that time, and he's the one who wrote aluminum chlorhydrate. Now you'll probably know who it is, what the product is. Anyway, I wonder, because when I do blood testing, my heavy metal toxic load is always high, and I think, how? I don't use any chemicals in my day-to-day life, any. I eat organic, I grow my own food, I do all that. Why? And I'm wondering if all those years, because I was on the road for so many years, and the last thing you want if you're on stage dancing your brains out and singing and sweating, and you don't want to also smell. And backstage after the show, people come, you don't have any time to clean up, so you're just what you are. How much of my toxic burden, and I have one, is as a result of using that product? And so we talk ourselves into going, no, so what, it's just deodorant. So I'm bringing that up because, guess what? I have a solution. I have certified toxic-free, which means grown organically, extracted organically, and nothing upwind or downwind of the product can be toxic to contaminate the product. That's this little insignia here. This is clean. This is safe. Let me tell you what's not in there. So I want to get it right, because I've got Caroline listening.
And by the way, there
Caroline, listen.
are several people who are interested in knowing what the Suzanne Selects box is.
That's Monday, I can't tell you.
No, not what's in it. Just what is the concept?
I'll tell you that in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no aluminum chlorhydrate in our deodorant, okay? It's non-aerosol. Do you know the aerosol thing? That requires chemicals to make it happen. It's certified toxic-free, no animal testing. The scent of wild orange and jasmine is real. It's a blend of citrus oils, and it's got organic natural freshness for your underarms. And because we don't put any kind of alcohol in it, or witch hazel or any of that, it doesn't burn. You can put it on under, I use it right after I shave under my arms, and now I can tell, if Caroline's listening, she's gonna go, you shave? And I bet you're all shaving right now, huh? How is it at the waxer? How are you doing at your waxer out there? So
Well,
I've had to start shaving my legs with a
Well,
razor blade, and Caroline mocks me because I get hair on the back of my legs that I can't see.
That's my job. That's my job.
It's your time. You said you would shave the back of my legs.
I did it once before.
Once, and now I need it again.
Well,
Hair
all you have to
grows.
do is say,
Look how
shave
much
the,
hair I have.
I know, shave the back. You're
By the
hairy,
way-
you're a hairy girl.
By the way, I
By the way,
washed my hair with
Yeah.
Suzanne Organics shampoo, volumizing conditioner. I put on rescue mask last night. I used the True Brazilian. I used the gloss. I used and the styling gel. Don't forget about the styling gel. You put it right in at the roots, and it just gives you a little lift. And my hair just turned out kind of nice today because of my.
well, so did you.
Huh?
Your hair looks great, and Alan, can you show the sign? Because
Certainly.
Show the sign,
everything
Alan.
on the website is on sale today.
Okay, it's 25% off site-wide. The promo code is HAPPY25, and it's all available at SuzanneSummers.com. 25% off the entire site, okay?
Al, I made you something.
Yeah.
It's an organic tortilla chip dipped into habanero. A
Oh,
little on the spicy side.
oh, the habanero, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to sneeze or cough, but it's okay. By the way, this is breaking news. Bev Mueller-Hill says iron cast skillet can produce heavy metals in our body. And we use the iron skillet when we make
Does my
steaks.
look say iron cast?
No, that's,
No, that
that-
is the ceramic coating on it.
yeah, that thing that I use the iron skillet when, with the ridges.
Yeah, but she said it has
No, she's thinking of Le Creuset. This is not Le
Oh.
Creuset. It's that little black skillet. I think Stephen and Olivia gave it to us.
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
pot. Oh, aren't there certain pans and pots that you fall in love with, that you go back to over and over again? Wow, huh. It's time to be careful. As you look around your silent streets and your closed down shops, you realize something has changed, and what we took for granted we can no longer, and it's time to be careful. It's time to be careful about controlling what you clean your house with. That's why, when do we get our household cleaning product back, Caroline? I love it.
We actually have a new formula for the all-purpose cleanser coming.
Okay.
It's wonderful. It's a citrus burst product. I've been using it on everything. And I just show when we're expecting it.
It means so much to me that you all will use non-toxic household cleaning products, because the one place we can control is our home. And you think, well, not the air. No, the air. You can get a HEPA filter. I don't sell them, but you can find a HEPA filter and keep circulating that air in your house. And if the air you're circulating in your house is as a result of the cleaning products that you use today, like when I see on the news that, like they're closing down the New York subways tonight because the homeless have moved in, they've got to get them out and then disinfect the whole thing. What I'm looking at is, what's that stuff you're spraying? What's that stuff that everybody's spraying all over their offices? What, is the solution worse than the problem? When I see all these chemicals going, my heart kind of gets upset. Do you feel that way? Any of you? By the way, are you reading any questions there, Alan? Do you see any?
Yeah, there are a lot of people into cast iron skillets.
Yeah. So read to me.
Well,
They're more interesting than me.
let's see. We
A lot
have.
of people are saying that the iron is not toxic.
No, it's not toxic. No,
Okay.
it's not
Glad to
toxic.
hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone wants to know who designed your gloves.
Am I cute today or what?
Yeah, I designed the blouse. I actually sewed it as well. I made it for her. It's custom made, and I actually sewed it on her body, so she can't really just take it off. We have to cut it off every time she wears it. But it's worth it, isn't it?
This,
It's
by
great.
the way, is Al lying.
Isn't that great?
He loves to lie.
It's great.
This is Caroline Costas. Go find her. I've had this for a couple of years, but I love this top. Sometimes I wear it with my big, full black party skirt, which I love. I'm a party girl. I love to get dressed up. I love to get dressed up. And one of the things I like about my show 3 times a week is I get to get dressed up for you, and I think about how I'm going to dress for you. And so when you ask where'd I get it, I take that as flattering. So thank you. I hope you can find it. It's 2 or 3 years old, but it still remains cute.
So here's
Food.
Joyce Mangione.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't Mangione mean eating in Italian? Or no, it's mangia, right?
Mangia, but she's certainly Italian, right, Caroline?
Okay, she
I
said,
think so.
she says that she has hemochromatosis, and cast iron skillets are toxic to her.
Blood, she has blood issues. I'm so sorry.
And Rhonda Bertram said, I decided to go toxic-free with my cleaning products, and my husband won't get rid of the chemical ones, so I'm sneaking them out one day at a time.
Good for
in
you,
the
Rhonda.
trash.
You know, Rhonda, it's funny, but at the same time, you are right. And I don't know your darling husband. In this instance, he's wrong. It all matters. Call it choices. Every choice we make, good or bad, matters in the overall big picture of our end point. And so you really want to make as many good choices as possible. It's an easy one to eliminate toxic household cleaning products.
So Pam Christensen says, are all your products 25% off today or just specific product? No, everything. Everything's 25%
Is he right,
off.
Caroline?
Of course I'm right.
Al's right.
Of course I'm right. You know I like to be right.
Do you want to come over here and show them how cute you are?
Well, I don't know how cute I am, but I'll
You
come
are.
over,
You're
okay?
so cute. I'd like to introduce my 83-year-old husband, who is the sexiest man alive. Get out of the way, Dos Equis guy. Here comes.
And while you're looking for, when you're about to kiss them, Kristen would like to know what color lipstick you're wearing.
Oh, I'm wearing the, oh, okay, sorry.
Thank you. I have caramelized peach on. And I've got another lip liner. What is that? I don't know what lip liner. I think my lip liner is MAC today called Spice. And then I put our caramelized peach in it. You are cute. Look at him. Look at him. I really like you.
I know.
I like you so much.
I know, this is I like standing here because I'm looking down your shirt.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not. No, you're not. But gotta love him, right? Gotta love him.
My wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that I'm your wife.
That's right.
I love it.
I'm
I still, 50 years later, I still can't believe I'm your wife. That's how much
Wow.
it means to me. I know.
Am I a great sales guy or what?
No, you're just a great husband. And in the early days of our relationship together, the way we started out is I couldn't believe he wanted to take me out.
Actually, I wanted to keep you in.
And he was this big famous guy in Canada, and I'm just, from San Bruno, and I've got
This was like 9 years before Three's Company.
yeah, I got a little baby, and I'm working extra in movies, and I'm making money making chocolate desserts for the Triton restaurant down the hill, and I'm making little girls' dresses for the little girls' store in Mill Valley, California, and then I meet him, and he asked me out, and then he asked me out again and again and again. I couldn't believe it, and here we are, 50 years later. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, me too.
I know.
And then
Hey,
you made,
Alan?
yeah.
You cute little bumper. If
Yeah.
it's not excruciatingly hot, would it be possible to try to turn off the misters? Because I think that might be.
Yeah, you know what? Let's turn it off. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Sorry.
That's just the leg that's
I didn't mean to say
cracked
that.
rib. Yeah, that's when you're not so cute. But I think that maybe you've been complaining about not being able to hear me since we've had the mister off. So let's see how it is when it's off.
And maybe the music too.
Well, let's try the misters first. Let's see if you can figure out how to do it.
It's really, I mean, people's individual devices hear
Yeah.
differently. Some people can hear fine and other people can't. We do find if you put headphones in, that helps. And usually people can hear the playback just fine. So
Yeah.
I really apologize if you can't hear.
Yeah, when I see these things that you couldn't hear, I feel so bad.
I
Because the
know.
whole object of this hour is to bring you fun and information and a little tequila, top of the morning to you.
Okay, so this
Oh,
gonna.
well, that is better.
It's not off yet, but whatever.
Oh, in the picture it slowed down a lot.
He's a photographer by hobby, and he loves the look of the mist behind me there. Can you turn it off, Al?
I'm just getting to it. I have to get back to where it was programmed. See, it's not like just.
Oh, you know what it was, Suzanne? The light isn't right behind it anymore.
That's
The
right.
light moved, so
That's
it looks
right.
like it's not as.
Okay, it's off. I turned it
Okay,
off.
now you can all hear.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Now you can all
Maybe
hear.
people can hear a little better.
Yeah. So we might be holding an event at our house for something called Janie's Fund. And that would be fun to hold that because it's Steven Tyler's event. Don't you love Steven Tyler? And I'm not really a rock and roller. I don't know anything about rock and roll. But I like rock and rollers because they're all my age and we're all out there doing our thing at the same time. But I was Three's Company, and what I'm finding is the rock and rollers just love me because they were growing up with Chrissy Snow. And so anyway, we've been asked to hold this event, and maybe we will. And maybe we will. There's the crow that flew the other night when the bobcat showed up over here. and the crows went after the bobcat and alerted me to the fact that I had a bobcat right there.
I find crows are a little weird.
They're a little weird.
They're a little.
But these are our crows. They live on this property. I see them
Yep.
when you open the drapes in the morning. They're flying back and forth. And Gloria, it's all about Gloria, our cat. Gloria, our cat, loves to lie in the window and watch her birds. They're her birds. If she was out there with them, she'd be terrified. But she's all, you know, kind of cocky inside when there's a glass window before her. And Gloria, our cat, I don't know about you who have cats, but she started talking now. And so I came in last night after our evening, we went upstairs, and I walked in, I opened the door, I went, "Did you miss us?" She went, "Nah." That's her voice. I just don't want her to know. She's right up there in case she's listening. When Betty was alive, Betty, I've told you this before, had the sweetest voice. When you go, "Hi, Betty," she'd go, "Meow, meow." Gloria goes, "Meow, meow, meow." And I'm now starting to understand her language. I know the tone, and I can tell what she's saying, I think. Anyway, don't we all love our pets?
You know, I don't quite understand. Someone watching probably has an understanding that I don't. But Gloria, our pussycat, sneaks into bed with us in the middle of the night, and she literally sneaks in. It takes her at least 5 minutes to get from the floor into bed with us because she doesn't want us to know that she's there. And then she crawls up between us and turns around and sticks her butt in my face.
In your face, not
In my face. And
what's
why?
that about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why would?
Why does a cat want to stick her butt in your face?
I don't know. I felt like sticking my butt in her face
Ew.
so that she would hold it.
No, I love your butt, but I mean,
What?
sticking
Ooh.
it in a cat's face?
Well, I just thought
They'll all
about it.
admit along with me, a little freak.
I just thought about it. I didn't say I was going to do it, although it's kind of a cool idea. And, you know, we'll have a break this weekend, so I might try it.
Yeah,
Yeah, see what she does.
yeah. How
Okay.
about shaving gel?
So Sherry Will said, "Alan, calm down. Your wife is always in caps right."
Oh,
That's
thank
true.
you,
She is.
Sharon.
She is.
Thank you.
I always say that.
Thank you.
Suzanne, you're right. Suzanne,
I
I'm
love
sorry.
hearing that.
Suzanne,
Sorry.
Suzanne, yes.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fine. Whatever you want to do, I'm okay
I
with
love
that.
you, Suzanne.
Yeah, I love you, Suzanne.
Okay.
I'm crazy about you, Suzanne.
Oh,
Okay.
I got that.
Yeah. So whatever you want to do is fine with me. I'll be there.
Shaving gel. For those of you who still shave, like me, okay, I'm a baby boomer, and I didn't start waxing until my granddaughters shamed me into it, and my granddaughters have all been waxing since they're 6. I don't even want to know. I don't ask any questions. I've learned with granddaughters and grandsons to like everything. And just when they post something, I just go like, because if you don't, they'll unfriend you. Anyway, shaving gel, okay? Why do you want our shaving gel? Why do you care? Why do you care? Let me tell you why you care.
So, relative to me sticking my butt in Gloria's face,
Yeah.
Gloria Gout said, "That cat is going to scratch your ass."
That's called poetic justice,
Right.
Gloria.
Yeah, hopefully it's
Yeah.
only my ass.
Okay, here's what's in our shaving gel, all right? Oat extract, oat, you got that, don't you? Aloe vera juice, that's very soothing, isn't it? Aloe vera and aloe vera juice. I find when my stomach doesn't feel good, take a swig of aloe vera gel, especially if you get any burning right here, like, you know, just take a swig of it. Like, this is, I love to show off what I know. This is your esophageal sphincter right here, right here. That's when the food comes in, and it's going to go down into your stomach. It first has to pass through your esophageal sphincter, and that's why you need to chew your food as long as you can. I was sitting next to, not to drop a name, but I was sitting next to Sidney Poitier one night at a dinner party, who is quiet and reserved, and I love him. And he's eating quietly, as Sydney always did, and he said, I'm old enough to know it's important to chew your food. And I thought, you know what? You have to live long enough to realize he's right. If you just gobble down your food and you don't think about chewing your food, don't you get stuff stuck right here? It gets stuck and then you like bloat up because it's stuck. Because after a while, this develops scar tissue and things won't go through it. But Dr. Wright, who's always right, told me a swig of aloe vera gel coats the whole esophageal sphincter,
Oh, yeah.
allowing food to pass through and go into the stomach. And remember, the stomach is here. This thing that you think you're bloated in your stomach is not. Your stomach is right under your left breast. That's where your stomach is. And then what we all think is our stomach is our intestines in the middle, and that's where we're all bloated because you didn't chew your food, so it didn't go through your esophageal sphincter properly. Then it makes its way like in a bumbling way into your stomach, and now there's this big thing all caught in your stomach that your stomach is trying to grind down, but it doesn't have the power right now because of all the things we're talking about. And then that food has to pass through another sphincter, which is the stomach sphincter, into the small intestines. Look where the food has to go. If you had just chewed it right, in the first place, you wouldn't have trouble here, you wouldn't have trouble there, you wouldn't have trouble there. And if you've chewed it right, then it gets into your small intestine, and then all the processes start working at optimum. So,
Well,
what does that have to?
While you're on that, and I know you're about to transition back to
shaving gel.
But Carrie Tukinski just asked if you have a product for heartburn and a supplement for that. And since you're in that area, I thought you might want to mention.
Oh God, I love talking about heartburn.
Yeah,
You know why I love talking about heartburn? Because I turned down chemotherapy when I had cancer, when I had breast cancer. But I got talked into radiation. Personally, a decision I wouldn't make today, but it's what I did, and we always do, all of us, we do the best we can with the information we have at the time.
That's why the word divorce pops up.
I hope it doesn't apply to me.
No, actually, I'm your first husband.
I am actually, my first husband got our marriage annulled.
So I'm it.
You are it. You
Wow,
are it.
I'm your one and only.
Yeah, and that's how you have always wanted it.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah. So now, why
By the-
did I
by-
tell-
by the-
I have to go back into the stomach because Caroline's going to.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, heartburn. So when I got scared into accepting radiation for me, this is not a decision I'm talking about with you or anything. I didn't realize that when you have had radiation, it inhibits your body's ability to make hydrochloric acid for life. No one will tell you that. Doctors don't even know it. They don't even know it. What does that mean? What's the big picture of that? Well, if you're not making hydrochloric acid, all the good food that you're eating that gets through your esophageal sphincter, that gets over into your stomach, now it's in your stomach, but you don't have any acid. And so there's nothing to like grind it up so that you can digest your food properly and extract all the good stuff so that, you know, the mechanism begins. Meaning, okay, we got some vitamin D here, let's send that over there. We've got vitamin C out of this, let's send that over there. So here's what I learned from Dr. Wright, who's always right. He said, if you've had radiation, for me, he's telling me, I'm not telling you, he's telling me, you have to replace the acid that your body's no longer making, because they wanted to give me pharmaceutical acids. Antacids.
Which is the opposite of what you
Yeah, what I
needed.
need is acid. I'm not making enough acid, but now they're giving me pills to take away more acid, and then the bloating and the acid reflux gets worse. You know the syndrome. Those of you who've been through this. And so I take, and I will for the rest of my life, and we make it, HCl with pepsin, hydrochloric acid with pepsin, to replicate what my stomach would have normally been making, but because I had radiation, no longer is making. So doesn't it make sense to put back the acid I'm no longer making rather than an antacid that takes even more acid away, which makes for more acid reflux? Are you following me? How crazy it is out there?
Yep.
So,
You have a fan named Carol Kappelman who learned that from you.
and
She changed, and now she's taking your Digestive Renew and the new HCl with pepsin.
great.
And she said she takes it every time she eats, and she does not have any more bloating.
Isn't that great? I
That's
love,
her personal testimonial, but those
Love it.
products are available at Suzanne's site.
love it. It makes me
25
so
25%
happy.
off.
Yeah, 25% off
That
the
makes me
entire
so
site,
happy.
and the promo code is HAPPY25. By the way,
Yeah.
I have a little message here from Lisa Scornavaco, who says, I must shave every day. I hate any hair growing where it shouldn't.
Yeah.
Now that conjures up,
What does that conjure up?
well, where do you think she has hair
I
growing
don't
where
know.
it
Where do
shouldn't?
you think it is?
Well, I know that with me,
Yeah, where is
okay.
that, Al?
Well,
Oh, on your nose.
I actually on my nose. I have
He
these.
has 3 on his nose.
It's a two. I have 2.
That's my job.
That's
That's
right.
my
That's
wife's
right.
job.
That's
Is
right.
In the sunlight, I go, oh, gotta get a tweezer. And then he's a baby about it. I gotta pull one here and one here, and then he's got another one over here. That's why I said 3.
It hurts.
Oh, he's such a baby.
It hurts. I can't stand it.
I know you can't, but you know, there are worse things.
It's like pricking your finger to give blood. You know that I can take all the needles. I can have people put needles into me all day. When it comes for me pricking my own finger to do one of those blood tests,
I know.
I can't do
I
that.
know. But I give him
Self-mutilation.
shots, though. I give him his testosterone shot on Tuesdays.
Yeah, and you found a magic place
Found
where
a
I don't
magic
feel
place,
anything.
Like a little fat thing, not that you have fat, but you have a little fat back here, and I go right into it. So here's the way it works. I rub the area where I'm going to inject him with his testosterone with alcohol swab. So while that's drying, he really likes it if I rub his butt. So I rub his butt.
Yeah,
I
so
rub his
My
butt.
weird ass.
yeah.
Weird ass family. I rub his butt.
That's my word.
Yeah, I know. And then when I get him sufficiently relaxed and I can feel it by butt muscles, I feel, okay, now he's relaxed.
Then she stabs
Then I
me.
grab that skin and I go, okay, 1, 2, 3, jam.
But you know what? You found a place where it doesn't
Doesn't
hurt.
hurt you.
Even though it's a
And you get a
huge
butt
needle.
rub.
It's a huge needle
And
because
you
I
get a
wanted.
butt rub.
Right. I love the butt rub. That's
Yeah, he
great.
does, I know. You didn't even have to tell me that. That I know.
Yeah.
Weird ass family, Caroline.
I love it. Did you see my pork butt?
I did. God. Go to her
How
site.
good.
Was it amazing?
It was unreal. If you guys want to see, it's still on my story. If you follow me on Instagram at Caroline Summers. Oh my God, that pork butt was insane.
And I think the fact that you whipped up and ground up a red onion rather than using onion powder was inspired. And the next time I do a pork butt, I'm going to do it just like you did it. And you did it with a bunch of garlic too. I mean, it could not have not been good. It was so.
I'm gonna post the recipe because I think people should have it for Cinco de Mayo, which is Tuesday.
And how? And so now you got your pork butt. I didn't watch the rest of the story. How did you serve it?
Bruce and Violet had it in Napa cabbage cups,
Love
and
that.
I made like a little chili sour cream lime sauce, and
Yeah.
then I did a mango papaya salsa.
Well, there you go.
It was
There you
really
go.
good. I had mine in a tortilla,
Wow.
and I had it again today as a burrito.
Wow. Wow.
Damn, so good.
Well, no, that's incredible food. She
I
makes
c-
incredible food. I said the other
Can't wait
night.
till we can cook for each other again.
I said the other night that when Caroline came to me, she was very young. It was 27 years ago, and I understood cooking, and I had my love of cooking. Had I already written a cookbook? I don't know. And I believe that I taught Caroline a lot about cooking just because that's what I did. I love putting out big tables of food for the family.
So Michelle
Let me
Keogh.
just finish my story because Caroline.
No, but
will love
she
this.
loves how we've gone from my butt to pork butt. What a transition.
You're right, what a transition. But now, I would say, and I do this with all due respect and largesse, Caroline is now a better cook than me, and I am so happy to pass that mantle. I'm still a great cook. You come to my
You are an
house,
amazing
you're gonna have amazing food. I get what food is. I've got the feel. Not everyone gets the feel. She's got the feel, and I saw it early on. I saw, oh, she's got it. And that is very interesting, because Caroline sadly lost her mother when she was very young to breast cancer. And so we learn what we learn at our mother's knee or out of passion. Mine was out of passion. I love my mother, but cooking was not her thing. And Caroline learned out of passion, and then I hope that some of my cooking wore off on her. But
It sure did.
I duly passed this mantle. And
Oh, you're so sweet. Don't have to pass it. We do it together.
well, we do it together, and I can't wait. I miss you so much. I can't wait till we start cooking together again.
I know. Me too.
Mm.
Well, unbelievably, we're at an hour.
Really?
Did we talk about?
So I should mention,
Deodorant.
you know,
Did we talk
25%,
about the
25% off the
We'll
entire
talk
site.
about what you're
today.
not gonna get in the toothpaste.
Promo code HAPPY25. It's all at SuzanneSummers.com. There it is. For those of you who can't hear, this will enable you to read this. Huh? And by the way, I've ordered a special microphone,
Yes.
and it's taking a while to get to
Yeah.
us because
Well,
it's.
everything is slow now because.
Well,
of
this is
that thing.
this mic is coming from China.
Oh,
Yeah. So they said it's going to take a few days. I don't know what that means.
wow.
Kathy Mandel Ware, hello from Fresno.
Oh.
Wow.
I
Fresno.
actually know Fresno.
So do I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you and I have driven up the California coast so many times.
I know.
It's such a beautiful drive from.
It's a great drive. And the train, we've taken the train up the California coast, up the Oregon coast, and up the Washington coast to Seattle. One of the great train trips of the world.
That's when we went up to see Patrick Duffy.
That's right. Well, we got off in Oregon.
Oregon, yes, right. Right.
He has
love
this
Patrick
place in
Duffy.
Oregon.
Don't you love Patrick Duffy?
Patrick Duffy is one of the great guys of the world.
Oh, if he was sitting at this bar, you'd just love to be with him. He's just that. He's that guy that you think he is that guy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, one night, when he was here for dinner one night,
uh-huh,
and he was sitting next to Merv Griffin,
uh-huh.
and I had made my special alcohol thing, you know, that's double the proof.
It was very bad boy Al.
No, I told him what it was, and I put a little 2-ounce bottle of it in front of everybody at the dinner table, and
To take
Merv,
home.
pardon?
To take home.
No, to drink.
Oh, I thought
Or
you
take
wanted
home.
to
We could take it home.
Because we had drinks.
So they decided to drink it.
Merv and Patrick,
Yeah, Merv and Patrick.
2 Irishmen. Oh my
And,
God. Patrick Duffy and Merv Griffin, 2 Irishmen with a little thing of rot gut, rot glass alcohol.
But it's great.
Yeah.
So Patrick told me in the morning, Patrick was staying here all night.
He missed
And
the toilet.
He missed the toilet. He got up to
I
go
don't
to the
mean
toilet.
peeing, I mean
he missed it.
sat down and missed it.
Surprise.
More than you want people to know, right, Patrick?
There's no toilet here.
Yeah, yeah, right. Anyway, I
You know,
can't
I-
believe an hour's up. How fun with all of you.
Yeah.
How fun. And we'll be back on Monday. What time Monday, Caroline?
5 o'clock for the cocktail party. And
Oh,
we'll be
cocktail
revealing
party.
The maid
Oh,
and select
oh.
box. It's a good one.
My favorites. Well, you know what I'm getting from all of you? You like the cocktail party and you like cooking in the kitchen. So that's what we'll do. And I like that too. So we'll see you Monday at our cocktail party at 5 o'clock Pacific time. And all those who didn't get their questions answered, we will come through tonight, and if we can answer them, we will. And I'm so pleased that you come to our party 2-3 times a week. I think it's very unique what we're doing. It's so unique that it's getting talked about on news shows, and I'm doing 2 podcasts tomorrow. They want to know all about what we're all doing here. And I thought, what we're doing here is dealing with what's going on in the globe right now in a way that's upbeat. This is not about politics. It never will be, ever. This is a safe zone. Just come and have a good time with me and my best friend Al and Carol.
And we're not political people.
At all, at all, at all. So God bless
Thank
you.
you, guys.
God bless America, and we'll see you on Monday.
God
Bye.
bless America.